All right. Another day, another lift. And I was kind of thinking about something last night / this morning. And that something was how I can speak to things that I've noticed in my life, but it's an interesting perspective because I'm not the most wildly successful person out there. You know, I'm in a fairly average place. I very much believe I'm working towards big things, but who knows what happens, you know? The thing I'm the most sure of is that I like to, I think it's important for someone to dedicate their time to a greater goal than just the immediate satisfaction that you can get from day-to-day living. I've kind of, over time, gotten obsessed with the idea of investing. And not just in money, but investing in anything. And I think I don't know. I'm in this place, and I've been in this place for a while, where mentally I want to know that I'm getting the best bang for my buck, you know? And my actions might not always reinforce that. But I'd say for a good chunk of a good portion of the time they do. And so when I say investing, I'm talking like, obviously in the gym, I'm investing in my health, right? When I'm doing cardio, I'm investing in my health. The way you eat, also investing in health and investing in your well-being. Now, what else is there besides that? Obviously, there's investing money. That's a pretty blatantly obvious one. But what else is there? I mean, this is where the topic of career comes up. And so I went to school, I got a degree. I have a degree in computer science. Currently doing a master's program to get a master's of computer science. Professionally, I've done sales and software engineering for a bit each. And yeah. But at the same time, I've also I talk about kind of like building equity. I've talked with my friends about this. So I was kind of being cheeky with the whole Conscious Cooper stuff yesterday, but Conscious Cooper was like an alter ego that I made to start dropping music under. I started making music like a decade ago, personally, like making hip hop. And then from there on out, I would just drop songs occasionally over time, and slowly that ramped up, and I started to drop more songs. And now what I view that as is like building equity in a discography. Obviously, I'm going to keep getting better with time, because that's just what happens. You understand things better, and your output gets more consistent. But when I say building equity, I mean the more songs I have out there, later on down the line, the more songs someone could go listen to. So it creates this effect, like an ecosystem almost, where the more things you have out there, if you just happen to, I don't know, someone really jives with what you're doing, then they have that much bigger of a discography to go check out, and you multiply that by 1,000 or 100,000. Let's say I have like 500 songs out at one point. Or, well, no, we'll just say 100, because I don't think that amount is too far off from where I'm at right now. So let's say I have 100, and for whatever reason I get 100,000 listeners, and let's say 10,000 of those are like, oh wow, I like this guy, I like his music, let me go see what else he's got. And let's say of those 10,000, maybe 1,000 of them go back to the very beginning and listen through everything that I've ever released. So 1,000 times 100, that's 100,000 streams. If they go through everything, chances are they're going to find at least one song where they're like, oh, this is sick, I like this one a lot. So that's more streams. But all that being said, building up a body of work that can generate income over time. And I think, I was thinking about it last night, I think I view this stuff that I've started doing as the same way. Build up a log. And even though I'm doing it for myself and ultimately my kids one day, when I was doing these car talks on the Conscious Cooper channel, I talked about how a lot of this and a lot of what I talk about, I hope it'll just be something for my kids to go watch one day and hopefully just learn, and be kind of cool for them to go see their dad when he was not their dad, when he was a young guy trying to figure stuff out. But yeah, so building music equity, content equity, then there's also business equity, like starting a business. And I hope to turn these other creative endeavors that I've had for a long time into some sort of business that is self-sustainable, while having a software engineering job. I think that would be the coolest thing. Get all this stuff to a point where it's self-sustainable. That way I don't have to put outside money into it and just let it do its thing and keep working on it while I have like a good paying job after doing what I'm doing, or after this program, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at mentally. And yeah, and then I think you can even switch it up and talk about goal equity. And I guess the biggest, the main takeaway from this whole thing is like working towards some greater goal than the immediate satisfaction you might want now. And I think that's where most of the satisfaction comes in life, is that progression. And I think we're here to progress. And just religious views aside, I think that's one of the main reasons we're here on this earth. And yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I would want to say about that. I don't think so. But at least that gives you guys, the 5 to 20 people that seem to be watching each of these videos, at least that gives you guys some sort of perspective as to what I'm doing and my mentality behind all of this. So, yeah. I'm kind of mentally having you guys keep me accountable for the goals I'm working towards right now. But, yeah, enough of the sappy motivation talk. We're getting close to the gym. Gonna hit a shoulder focus push day. Now, beginning of the week, I normally hit a chest focus push. Second half of the week, I hit the shoulder focus push. And so what that looks like, I'll start with compound, overhead press, and then I'll probably do, just a bunch of shoulder work. 1 or 2 chest movements, just for the heck of it. And yeah, we'll run it with that. So I don't think the lift will take too long, but we're gonna go hit it right now. I will catch y'all on overhead press. All right, there we go. Okay, so first set, overhead press. Like I said, since I've started cutting, I'm doing like a 10 rep set and a 20 rep set. I can't go above 95 with 10 reps on overhead press right now. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we'll move to the 20 reps. Ugh. Whew. Oh man. Ugh. Also, if anybody has tips when it comes to form on different exercises, because like overhead press, I don't know what the best form is for me. So if anyone is more experienced and has tips, feel free to leave a comment and help a brother out. I think we're gonna drop to bar for the 20 rep set. Or maybe we'll do 10s and then drop to bar. Do like a drop set style. All right, let's get it, baby. We'll see how many reps I can do with just the 10s. All right. Holy crap. My goodness. Oh, that was crazy. All right. What the hell do we want to do next? I don't know. I'll figure that out. All right. We decided on lateral raises, but seated. I like these just because it isolates it in a different way than it does when you're standing. All right, we're gonna do one more same weight. This is almost like a medium in between 10 and 20. Okay. All right. Let's get it, baby. Know that you're toxic. Intoxicate me now. Oh man, I'm tired today. We're still getting it though. One more of this at 20 reps. Whew. Okay. Normally I do this at 100. We're going up today just to see if we can push some boundaries. Yeah. Let's run it. Fantastic. Holy crap. Yeah, can't push that too hard yet. All right. I just did one set with this. 2 plates. Got like 7 reps. Gonna do another and get probably 12 to 15 with this weight. We'll see. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. Oh my gosh. All right. Uno más, no más. Yeah, my shoulders are cooked today. I haven't hit them like this in a long time. All right, I think we'll finish with the machine lateral, then just hit a couple sets of triceps and call it. All right, dip skis. We're done with shoulders. I mean, I think I'm just gonna consider this a slight shoulder movement. Hit some front delts. But it's also lower chest, which I think is underrated, and then a tricep movement all in one. So we're kind of priming up to hit some triceps anyway.
Ooh, all the things. Ugh. Damn, I'm so tired today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, one more of those. We'll get a side shot. Okay. I was. All right, baby. 10 more, 10 more, 10 more. And then I think just 2 sets of pretty intense cable tricep pull downs, and we'll call it. I just got 1 more. Yeah, I'm so cooked. Do you want me to wipe it down? All right, cool. All right. We got to finish up here. 2 sets, that's all. Probably drop set on the second one. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, last set of the day. We're gonna absolutely just murder it. Go balls to the wall. Ugh. 9. Ugh. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. Lift complete. Going home, grabbing some of the stuff I need to get to work. And then we're off to the races. Today, I'm going to talk with Chris today, who is the head of the grad program that I'm in. And so I guess just for some context, Sandbox is like a startup incubator. This is the first iteration of their grad program. Now, traditionally, they've been focused on starting tech startups. I am going to talk with Chris and be like, hey, I've been doing the music for a decade. I've been doing this content and everything. I'd like to turn this into my own personal business. And I guess personal brand, and turn that into a business, leverage my personal brand as a business over time. And it's almost like a compound business, but not really. I say compound because you've got the B2B side and the B2C side. Now, if we're doing personal brand / music, the B2C is music, content, merch, primarily that. And then I guess you could say events, long term, like big picture type thing. And then the B2B is monetizing the reach with other businesses, so brand deals specifically, but that's like a big umbrella. Now, the the brand that I want to create is called Pro Dreamer. And Pro Dreamer is just like a phrase I came up with last, oh, looks like I'm not wearing my seatbelt. I am, don't worry. It just sometimes this comes up and hits the mic. Pro Dreamer is a phrase I came up with when I made this song last year. So when it comes to writing music, it's kind of like I go through these phases. Like, there will be days where I just sit down and I can knock out 2 or 3 songs. But those come every so often. I try to work the music muscle pretty often. But sometimes it just comes a lot more naturally than others. All that besides the point, I came up with Pro Dreamer in just a song I was making one day. It was just like something that came out. I was like, oh, that's sick. I like that. And now, before it was just like, oh, Pro Dreamer Records is what I'm going to do. But now I'm more so thinking, oh, let's make a brand called Pro Dreamer. And the whole like messaging of that brand is be a dreamer, but be a professional dreamer. Because dreamer has a negative connotation. Like, people will say, oh, he's just chasing dreams, or he's just, oh, it's just a dream, he's not actually acting on it, that kind of thing. But I feel like the phrase flips it on its head. So you've got dreamer, but then you put pro in front of it, professional dreamer. A professional is someone that has learned how to leverage their craft and make money with it. So a professional dreamer is someone that dreams big dreams, but then they've learned how to hone their dreams and make money with it. So the whole messaging of the brand is, don't give up your dreams, pursue them and figure out how to make them your life. And I like that a lot. And I feel like it's so broad and it can go in so many directions in terms of lanes that applies to. It really applies to any lane. But yeah, that's kind of what's in my mind right now. I think the big thing is that Chris is going to be like, yeah, but what's your product? What is the Pro Dreamer product? And like I said, there's the B2C and B2B element. Maybe it doesn't need a product, but I think they're going to want me to pursue some sort of product, at least for the duration of Sandbox, which lasts until next year. So we'll see what they say. I mean, I've been kind of nervous to talk to him. Now I'm thinking, I don't know why. I'm just going to go in there and be totally upfront, say what I think, and see what he has to say. Because if anything, he wants success from me. And he wants successful companies to come out of Sandbox. So I've invested so much time, going back to the whole idea of investing. I've invested so much time in each of these aspects of my life that I feel I could almost be an asset to Sandbox and make something like this work. So yeah, that's what's going on, and I'm sure you guys will hear about the result of that tomorrow. But as of right now, going home, gonna change, and then we'll keep on keeping on. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Stay on it. Peace out, people.